got your period and the products were different? Were they better products? Were they being on my period in France? Ugh, where do I even begin? Welcome to my channel, guys. I'm Alicia. I'm an American living in northern France, and I am here to talk about a sensitive topic today. As the title suggests, I am going to be talking about periods and particularly having a period in France, of all places. What we have here is just a typical product that you would have in France, a typical tampon box. And then we have a pair of pads. Lately on my Instagram and TikTok channels, I have talked about day to day culture shocks that I've experienced, whether that has been seeing unrefrigerated eggs in the grocery stores, or the May holidays and how many holidays we get in May, or the hello culture and where you have to say bonjour as soon as you enter the store or anything like that. Now we're going to talk about a little bit of an intimate topic, which are periods. As a person with a uterus, we need to be able to have these discussion so we can get rid of these discussions, excuse me, so that we can get rid of the stigma of just talking about periods. Because let me tell you, the biology is the same, but the medication, the culture, and the overall just navigating it are just not the same. So let's get started. So imagine that it is your first cycle. You have your first period in France. You have to run into the grocery store. You have to look through the many aisles of the feminine hygiene or hygiene féminine section of the grocery store, and you don't know what to buy. You are expecting the same products that you normally see in an American grocery store, and boom, you see something you've never expected. You don't know what to get. Tampons with applicators really didn't used to be as popular as they are now in France. There are tampons that I have here, which do have the applicator, and there are tampons that don't have the applicator. In the United States, you expect to see tampons that are like 40 tampons in a box, 60 tampons in a box. But here in France, there are smaller and more compact boxes that are available. You're not going to really find these big quantities of tampons or pads that you would normally see in the United States. Most tampons run around 18. Maybe you can find 25 tampons in a box, but you're not going to really find huge quantities like you would find in the United States. In the United States, we are conditioned to using tampons with applicators. Brands such as Tampax, Pearl, U by Kotex, Playtex, all of these brands have the applicators. But in France, there are those, you will find Tampax available in France, that's for sure. But you're going to also see tampons that do not have the applicator. So you're going to have to really be comfortable with your own anatomy. Brands like Net or OB are going to be tampon brands that do not have the applicator. These tampon brands have the actual tampon that is going to be wrapped in plastic. You're going to twist it, break the plastic off, and insert the tampon inside of you using good old hand here. That's what I have to say. You have to be very comfortable with your anatomy in this case. Now, if you do find an tampon brand that has the plastic applicator, good for you. But you also might have an option of when you're in, for example, a public bathroom and they only have cardboard tampons available. So just be prepared for that as well. Now, a box of tampons, like I showed you before, these tampons are going to run you around, I'm going to say this tampon box cost about €3 at a store called Normal or Normal in what we say in French. And in a regular grocery store, a box like that will cost maybe €4, five maximum. It's not like in the United States where they're going to be more expensive. Now let's talk about pain management, because this is going to highlight the differences between the cultural mindset in France versus the United States. Now, I find that in the United States, when it comes to dealing with our menstrual cycles, we are kind of told to tough it out. It's tied to our hustle culture. We can't let anything disrupt the hustle because we're always trying to make more money to survive. It's really not the case there in France. In France, here, yes, you do have to work, but at the same time, if you are sick and you can't make it to work, the culture is if you're sick, stay home. That's it. It really is that. Again, in the United States, we have that hustle mentality where you kind of just have to tough it out. You have to just chug your industrial sized tablets of Tylenol or Midol or things like that. In France, again, that's not the case. You can go see a doctor and say, I'm having significant pain, I'm having significant discomfort, I need help. The doctors will help you. They will write you a sick note, and you won't have to feel guilty by taking that sick leave. You just won't. The sick leave is there for you to take. As well, in France, you can't buy big tubs of Tylenol. You can't buy big tubs of 500 milligram ibuprofen. You just can't. In France, the medication is controlled, and you'll have little bitty boxes of medication. At most, you might get 16, maybe 10 tablets of made available to you. You have to go see a pharmacist. A pharmacist will give this to you and be very knowledgeable. And there's one medication in particular that is available in France that is not available in the United States, that is well known for helping with period cramps. There's one brand of medication that everybody knows that helps with just pain in general, which is called Doliprane. I'll show an image of it pretty much here in the video right quick. But the main medication that I want to talk about today is called Spasfon. Spasfon, which is spelled Spasfon. Spasfon is an over-the-counter medication, just like Doliprane, so you do not need a prescription. A prescription is called an ordonnance or une ordonnance in French, and you can just go talk to a pharmacist, ask them, hey, I need some Spasfon or I need some Doliprane. And if you have a prescription that your doctor has given you for stronger medication, you can ask for that as well. If you are American, you probably have never heard of Spasfon. Spasfon is an anti-spasm medication that works on the smooth muscles of the uterine wall. It's supposed to stop from what I understand, it's supposed to stop the spasms or the contractions of the smooth muscle tissue. So it doesn't stop you from like shedding the uterine lining. That's not what it's supposed to do. It's just supposed to calm it down so that you don't feel as much pain. France, particularly, like if you're going to go to the pharmacist, like they are very knowledgeable about the medications or anything that you may need. They don't treat a period as like, ooh, we don't want you having a period. They treat it as a normal bodily function. Like they treat it as, you are in pain, we are here to help you, we are here to make sure that you are being treated and that you can function. That's what it is. And I really do appreciate that mindset and that mentality that I see in France. Will you get a jerk or two that might be impatient with you because of your level of French and not being able to talk or say what you need to in French? Probably. But from the most part, if you just start with bonjour, j'ai besoin d'aide, pouvez-vous m'aider? Like, if you can you help me? I need some help. Like, and you start with bonjour and you try, they're going to help you. They're going to do their best to help you and find what you need. But you already have the basis. Ask for Spasfon, ask for Doliprane, ask for anything to help with the pain. And overall, you know what you need for products like tampons or pads or whatever else you need. Now I want to hear from you guys. What have you experienced? Have you experienced your period in a different country? If so, can you tell me or tell the others in the comment section what it's like and how you've managed to navigate that? And before I go, I want to say a massive, massive thank you for those that have watched the video in its entirety. Please don't hesitate to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up.